All right, peace family, how's everybody doing? It's the Millennial Hope Dealer Isaac Grace coming back to you guys for part 3 of our 10K and 90 Days series with Michael Alexander. Appreciate you, brother. You guys have heard Mike's story from the start to where we are now, all the great things he's been doing in our community, helping the youth, giving them that clear mind, that hope. You know, I love that word hope. I call myself the Millennial Hope Dealer because sometimes we really can't save the world. But if we can spark an interest of inspiration or hope in one another, that is the start, because that's what started with me. You know, 2014, I ran into Jay Morrison. Loved his story as a 3-time felon turned real estate mogul. And that was all the hope that I needed to see success in myself. And I went on my journey. You know, Mike ran into us through Jay Morrison Academy, seen Cash Buyers Academy, and seen some hope that he can become successful in the real estate investing space. So let's kind of jump right into it. I know you mentioned that you started in another real estate group that was a little advanced. Kind of talk about that. Talk about what that process or what that journey was.
Yeah, so, you know, I did my research and I was trying to figure out, hey, what program would be good for me. You know, with me working full time, father of 3, have a lot to juggle, I was like, all right, what can I get into that would, you know, be the easiest road in the words, you know what I mean? And I jumped into another program. I won't, you know, mention the name. We don't got to mention. But it just didn't work out. I mean, a lot of times they were using terminology that I didn't understand. They would tell my strategies that I didn't understand. They were just way too advanced. You know what I mean? I did get leads. I did talk to sellers. They weren't too motivated. You know what I mean? So we were just kind of running around in circles. Wow. And then, you know, in that process, I did meet, you know, I met up with a family friend who was kind of, you know, getting into this, you know, in real estate as well. And he was like, yeah, you ever heard of Jay Morrison? I was like, I think I heard that name before. He was like, yeah, you should check him out. And I did that, like, later that night. I went home, I, you know, got on Instagram and on YouTube and everything, started checking him out. And that's when I ran into Cash Buyers Academy also. And, you know, just listening to stuff on YouTube and whatnot, I'm like, all right, they speaking my language. You know what I mean? I needed somebody to start from scratch. You know what I mean? And that's what you guys did. You know what I mean? I was able to, you know, when you start off, you know, you have that little, what is it, wholesale mastery class, I believe it's called. Wholesale mastery. Man, I looked at that thing like 3-4 times, you know what I mean? Both my wife and I taking notes, you know what I mean? We just started following the blueprint, you know what I mean? A lot of the stuff, we already had talked to a title agency, but when I spoke, when we went through your program, I learned that, you know, it was really my buyer's list that I really had to really focus on. Yeah, set up first. And through my buyer's list, I got connected with another title agency, one closer to my home, one better. You know what I mean? Like little stuff like that, you know, little gems like that I gained from, you know, the course. You know what I mean? And, you know, I took my time, and, you know, one thing I appreciated that y'all said too in CBA was, for your first 60 days or so, don't focus on getting a deal done. Yeah. Focus on building your team. And I was building my team. I was also learning the systems. Yep. You know what I mean? Getting really familiar with it, getting familiar with ROAR, getting really familiar with PropStream. You know what I mean? Setting up, you know, my phone numbers and things of that nature. So once I got all that done, we started, you know, building the lists, put it in ROAR, boom, you know what I mean? Love it. From the deals that I've done so far, finding buyers have not been an issue. No issue. No issue at all. Because you set it up right on the front end. I mean? So, I mean, everything is pretty much, I wouldn't say it's on cruise control, but it's cruising. It's cruising. You know what I mean? Love it. It takes work, but it's cruising. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So let's talk about, for us, a lot of our viewers here, right? Early struggles in entrepreneurship. So talk about what that first, before you came to CBA, you joined this program. There's a lot of information. What was going through your mind and your wife's mind as entrepreneurs? Like, what was that? Was that fear? Was that doubt? Why did we do this? Should we just quit? What was them thoughts? There was times where, you know, you would get frustrated. There were times when we would get frustrated because, you know, you have these people cussing you out. You got these people, you know, oh, I want this price for my house. Oh, you trying to do is lowball me, yada yada yada. And you know, my wife and I will speak, and we'll be like, you know what? At the end of the day, before we took this journey, we prayed on it. We did pray on it. I was like, God was not going to lead us down this path if, you know, we were to just quit right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I know, I was confident, I had faith in my heart that this is something that we had to do, so let's keep pushing.
Started with the faith first.
Correct. Right when we started pushing, that's when we got our first contract.
Wow.
We had hit that wall. Even when we was in CBA, when we first started, we hit that wall when we were getting cussed out. We wasn't getting nothing yet. You know what I mean? I want to say this might have been like January.
Okay.
But by February, we had a contract.
Right. And when did you start CBA?
November.
So December, January, February.
Yeah.
10K in 90 days.
Right.
Perfect.
Right.
All right. So you talked about, so the good thing for you, it seems like you guys are a little older, so you're more wiser, been through things in life. So you guys started with faith on the front end.
Correct.
Faith is so important. It's to be able to believe something that you can't see, right? And that's something that I've instilled into myself. 2019 was the year of wisdom for me. That's when I was diagnosed with cancer, and I literally had to practice and learn all about faith. I had to believe that I would be okay well before I really knew that I would be okay. So just practicing faith and watching it actually be reality for me has really like built my wisdom and my confidence in life, that I know that, like you said, God didn't bring me this far to just drop me off like that. So you guys were smart because you started with that faith first. So when it did get tough, you had a place, a centered energy that you guys could come together and operate from. So you wasn't so stuck in reality of the noise and the failures that people call them failures. I don't call that failures. You know, no's are a good thing. If you ain't getting cussed out, you ain't doing this business right. So with that being said, you started November. By December, January, you're getting cussed out, and by February, you finally get that contract. What was the shift, or what was the change, or what did you guys actually do to actually make that contract reality?
One thing I would say is that through your trainings, when we met with the seller, he wanted one price, and that was based on the Zillows, that was based on the Realtor.com, things of that nature. But we were able to educate him as to what we do and how we come up with our numbers, and why he will not get that what he's asking for from another investor. And if he does, they don't know what they're doing. And that's when he, you know, reality set in. You know what I mean? And we also built the rapport that you teach. You know what I mean? And I won't say the guy's last name, the seller, but we call him Uncle such and such, because he will just call us for any little thing. You know what I mean? As far as the house, or here's what's going on, things of that nature. And it was the rapport that you taught us to build. It was the educating the seller. It was the patience. Also, sometimes you got to hear them out, let them vent. Because there's a reason he's coming off the property. So we have to listen to him about, you know, the story.
I like that.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that was the shift. It was learning to build that rapport.
So the formula right there, I'm gonna write it down. So rapport, educate, patience.
Yep, that was it.
That's what got you there. So the rapport was you going in there as a human being, there to solve a real problem. You can't solve a problem unless you understand a person's situation. And a lot of times in learning a situation, they got to open up and talk to you. In order for them to open up and talk to you, they got to like you. So those are some of the skills that we do teach in Cash Buyers Academy. So the rapport, then the education piece, that's where a lot of people get stuck at. They get stuck in what the seller wants, and then they shut down. Or one, they don't even come prepared for that objection. So I always teach you guys, anticipate the no, because it's coming. Every once in a you tell me when you make an offer and they say yes the first time, or their asking price is actually what you can pay them. It will happen though. It's going to happen to you, but 95% of the time it's going to be a no first. So we teach our team and we practice to be prepared for the no, because that's when the negotiation starts. So education is so powerful. And when you lay it out there in a way where, hey, look, at the end of the day, you the decision maker. I'm just letting you know where I stand. This is what I see in the market. This is my expertise here. This is what I can do for you to get this done, you know? And sometimes when you give them that education, it changes the perspective in their mindsets. Like they go into something with one way, but when you have that ability as a sales professional to alter the way that they think, dollar signs come with that right there. And then that patience, right? So that patience is just being willing to stick it out, stay in that room. There's times we've been in houses for 3 or 4 hours working with a seller. And it's just all about being passionate about your business and not keeping the dollar, just being focused on the dollar. It's really about solving problems, you know? So
you're helping them.
Rapport, education, patience. Y'all better write that down right there. That's 3 secrets that helps you be a master negotiator in closing deals and get into your first 10K in 90 days. So you got that contract signed, and what happened after that?
After we got that contract signed, I had a buyer that I had spoken to maybe like a month, maybe like 2 months prior, and you know, we talked about what her criteria was, what she was looking for, what area, things of that nature, and something told me, you know what, this is way below. As far as the price that we got, this is way below what she was looking for. So I was like, man, let me give her a try. I reached out to her. She was like, yeah, send me the information. She's like, I'm going to drive past there tomorrow. She did so. She drove past there. I was like, hey, do you want to go inside? Because it had a tenant in the property. She was like, yeah, well, when can we go in? We set it up, went in. I want to say the closing was maybe like 2 days later.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And seamless.
So let me ask you a quick question about this buyer. So when you got this deal under contract and you thought about this buyer from your previous conversation, which we call reverse wholesaling, did you target this area because of what she was looking for, or did you have a group of buyers that wanted this particular area?
Well, I had a group of buyers that wanted this particular area.
Right.
They said that, you know, it was DeKalb County where this property was. She really wanted anything in the metro Atlanta, but anything closer to like the DeKalb, Gwinnett area, would be her preference. She wanted something that was going to be about, you know, maybe 150K, not too much work. You know what I mean? And shoot, we got her a property. It was a condo, and we got her a property for 37K. And so what my goal is right now, I know I'm kind of going off the topic a little bit, but what my goal is now, because there was a lot of vacant properties in that complex, I'm going to go after those now and keep feeding them.
Absolutely.
Keep feeding them, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. So early on in your career, it was easy because you follow what the buyer, what was already happening in the market. So instead of you trying to figure it out and just start where you want to start and do what you want to do, you let the buyers point you in a direction.
Absolutely.
So now you know your dollars was being invested strategically. So when you did have a deal, you had real people that you already built rapport with to come in there and vet that deal out.
Absolutely.
So you closed that out in 2 days. You put it under contract with the seller. You brought the buyer out. You closed in 2 days. How much money did you make on that first deal?
That first deal, I believe we made, it was just a condo, wasn't much. I think it was 5K in that first one.
So 5K, beautiful, love it. So you made 5K within your first 3 months in the business. So now you was in. Now the proof, the theory was there. Y'all knew it was real. So you know, what was the next? And that was February, so I would say February till today is what, 4 or 5 months. What was the next 5 months like for you guys after that first deal?
So we got that contract in it was like late February, but we closed in March. After that, you know, one thing, like I said, persistence is key, because something that I think a lot of our students do, and I was doing it in the beginning as well, is once we pull a list, like from PropStream or whatever, we run the list. A lot of times we don't go back to it. You know what I mean? And I went back to some old lists, tired landlord lists, and I got my next deal.
Wow.
And that one was 11,500.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
So 15. So we about what, 16.5. And how long did that deal take for you to get done after February? Well, after you closed March, when did you close that one?
That one, I want to say, was early April.
So less than about 30 days. Right at 30 days, the next one came in. 16.5 in 120 days.
Right. Correct. And then after that one,
hold on that one. Now what I want to do, I want to throw the alley-oop. So let's talk about how you was able to get this done, because I know that this was not all done by you. I know your wife helped you.
Absolutely.
She was you know, we talked I remember on our call. So talk to me about how you guys implemented that as a team.
Okay, so let me tell you. So my wife, she acts kind of as a lead manager for me.
Okay.
When I'm on my 9 to 5, she you know, helps me with answering the phones and things of that nature. So with this particular case, I actually was working from home that day, but I was busy. I'm on my work phone doing what I'm doing, and someone called following up from our voicemail drop from Roy and our follow-up text message. And he contacted us, and my wife spoke to him. He said, yes, he's a Thai landlord. He wants to sell all his properties and move to the mountains. He was asking for about, I want to say about $165K for property. Of course, you know, my wife took down the information. I contacted him. We set up an appointment for me to come out and see the home. Once we went to see the home, there's a lot going on with that home.
Right.
The tenant, you know, had several animals, a lot of cats and dogs, messed up carpet. I mean, he said in 20-something years he had done 0 work on the home.
Wow.
And it looked the part. My buyer that I had, my main go-to, he's kind of taking me under his wing a bit. You know what I mean? So while I was at the property, he met me there.
Nice.
And he could see things that I can't see.
Right.
He was walking up to stuff like, oh, what's this? I did the walkthrough first, and I didn't see
nothing. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. Like, damn, I never even looked up the whole time I've been in the house. What am I doing?
So as we were walking around, you could see that 165 was coming down further and further and further and further. So it made it very easy for me to, you know, negotiate down the price to 130, 135, I want to say. And we were able to get him down. Buyer was like, yep, that's right where I want it.
Perfect.
You know what I mean? I got my 11K 500.
11.5 on that.
And that was easy. And like I said, that same buyer, he's the one that showed me, who pointed me to the title agency also.
Right.
Everything was just seamless.
Flowing. So with this deal here, did you leverage your 3-step system right there? Rapport, education, patience?
Big time.
Boom. You knocked that out to close another deal. What I love the most is team. So your wife was on the front end. She qualified the lead while you was working. She set up the opportunity for you. You had the intentional relationship that you can trust your buyer to even come out before you had the property under contract.
Right.
A lot of people are so hesitant about showing their buyers because they not being authentic or genuine in the business. You're not talking with nobody. You're not building no relationships. There are genuine people out here because these investors need people like us that can do the front end, the grind work, the hungry work to bring these deals to the table. So it's just amazing to see how you had that team in place on the front end, and then on the back end, and you leverage your three principles, rapport. I'm gonna keep saying it: rapport, education, and patience. To go out there and negotiate that contract, put in within 30 days of your first deal another 11,500 into your business, netting you a total of 16.5. Leveraging that right there, family. So y'all better take notes. Y'all better, this is free game that y'all getting right here. And then just close us out on what the rest of April to pretty much today's look like. I know you closed another deal, probably got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. So talk to us about that.
So this next one, this one was, for my next deal, this one was Mr., well, I can't say his name, but he he's another Thai landlord. All 3 of my deals, when I think about, were Thai landlords.
Thai landlords, y'all better focus on it.
And especially with Corona, you know, going on, and, you know, people not able to, you know, pay rent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of these landlords are looking for other ways to make money and to get off of these properties. And this gentleman, he wanted to, he's another one that was looking to sell his home and actually move out of state. And again, this one, I want to say we saw the property. He didn't call us on Roar. He actually just text back. Okay. So from the text back, we actually responded. Okay. All right. Hey, when's a good time that we can call you? Can I call you now? Yeah, sure. Jumped on the phone. Right. And so from there, I got on the phone, spoke with him. We set up an appointment. He said he wanted one price. He said he wanted I want to say 150 something K, and I was able to bring him down once I went to the house. It was actually a pretty decent home, you know what I mean? It didn't have as much to do, but it wasn't up to date.
Okay.
By 2021.
Right.
It's moving ready, but not 2021.
Gotcha.
We went into the home. He was very motivated, but at the same time, he was like, hey, I do have other offers for this home. I gave him my price. He agreed. We signed it, and after he signed the contract, he kept coming up to me almost regretting signing it because he had some higher offers. But hey, man, we already on the contract. I already put my earnest money. We're good to go.
Right, exactly. You got to keep that in there.
I let my buyer come in, same guy, come in. He actually came in, did his walk around, said, yeah, let's do it. And I made another 10K off of that one as well.
10K.
That one was seamless also.
Seamless.
You know what I mean?
And when did you close that one?
That one, when was that, last week?
Last week, okay.
Yeah, I want to say it was last
week. A week or two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we had what we had now, 26.5?
Yeah.
26.5. Wow, it's amazing, man. So you guys hear it. Y'all hear it. Y'all hear the secrets. We gave y'all the formula, the marketing list, his 3-step process, and his intentionality in building his team on the front end and leveraging his wife to help him instead of making excuses, right? We hear a lot of people, oh, I can't do it. I got a job. I got this. I got my kids. Like, right, we got a lot of people make a lot of excuses when we could put the same energy and put in a system in place that works for us.
Right.
You know,
remember our why too. Because
your why.
At the end of the day, if you want it bad enough, you're gonna make it happen. You know what I mean?
Dropping game to y'all.
Yeah.
So what's next for you, man? What's next for you?
Fourth deal.
Fourth deal. That's it. Just staying locked in.
Just staying locked in. Right now, you know, I'm looking at different strategies. I mean, I'm about to hit up some old lists. That's the thing. A lot of times people think about the money. Yeah, you do got to put money into it, but get your money's worth.
Yeah, you're gonna get your money's worth if you do it right.
Because if you paid money for these lists, if let's say you have 1,000 people on your list, maybe 300 responded. What's up with those other 700? You got to hit them again. You know what I mean?
For real.
And I want to say all 3 of my deals were lists that I hit again. You know what I mean? So
repetitive marketing.
Right. This market that we in here in the Atlanta area, yeah, it's very saturated.
Everybody says that, but you're doing it.
But if you're persistent, you're gonna get it.
How much money would you say you invested into your business? We know you had 26.5. How much would you say you invested since you started?
Well, since I started with CBA, it's gotta be less, maybe like 5, maybe. Since CBA,
right?
I would say maybe about 5.
So 5 grand. Go ahead. Because
with the other, doesn't mean not counting the other program that
right.
I'm in. But even with the other program, I'm still exceeded. I'm still in the green now. When I came to CBA, I was in the red.
I remember we was talking about that.
I was in the red. Now I'm in the green now, though.
How much, if you care to share, how much would you say when you started with CBA, how much were you in the red?
Shoot, when I did my taxes with Easy Tax Services.
Easy Tax Services. Easy Tax Services. Get all the promo today.
When I did the math, shoot, I was down like 14K.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I was down 14K.
So you was 19, well, I would probably say when you did your first deal, you was invested about, I would say maybe 15 to 17 grand about. So the first deal was still trying to recuperate. The second deal kind of got you even.
Right.
And now the third deal got you in the green.
Right. So
wow.
Just trying to go up from here. You know
that's crazy. That's crazy. That's inspiring. It
right.
is, you know, because a lot of people gonna quit at that 14,000.
Yeah, I'm stubborn, man.
Man, listen, that remind me of me. I was like that 2017 with my business partner. We had no funds. I had all the funds, and I bought our office. I just say, yo, all you gotta do is work. Curveens. I say, yo, if you work, you grind, I'm gonna take care of the front end of it. But you gotta work. And he worked, and we was like $9,000. We didn't have no deals. We had like 3 deals fall out of escrow. And I was thinking like, yo, I can't keep spending this money. And as soon as I thought about that, we closed 3 deals and made $18,000. Got all my money back and never had to put another dollar into the business. And when you have your mind locked on something that you really, really want, you know, it's like, I don't like to use the word guarantee, but it's like it's guaranteed to happen. If you really put that much energy, time, and you speak on it, you pray on it, you believe in it, it's almost guaranteed to become reality.
Absolutely.
And that's your story right there.
Absolutely. And I gotta give kudos to my missus also, because you know, on that hard time, we pick each other up. You know,
Yeah.
This time she's frustrated, I'm coming with the encouraging words. I'm frustrated, she's coming with the encouraging words. But we know we're a team.
Yeah.
So if any couples out there, make sure you guys are doing it together, because I mean, you're only as strong as your partner.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
big. That's big, man. Do you got any last words of wisdom for our viewers? Because I know they're inspired by your story. Let them know how they could follow you on social media, things of that nature.
Inspiring words is like we just said. I mean, stay persistent. You know what I mean? If you want it bad enough, it's going to happen. That positive energy that you put into your goal, you're going to reap the benefits of it. You know what I mean? Follow the blueprint. Don't reinvent the wheel. If someone is telling you how to do something, do it. If you want to add your little seasoning at the end of it, you go ahead and add that. But follow the blueprint. I'm a walking testament to following that blueprint, and now I'm in the green in my business and ready for more. You know what I mean?
Wow.
As far as my business, you can follow me on Facebook, Alexander Buys Homes. It's my Facebook page. I don't have an Instagram page for my business yet, but you can follow me on TriniBoy117 on Instagram. That's an ode to my parents, being from Trinidad. TriniBoy, TRNIBOI 117 at Instagram.
Love it.
That's about it. Just stay persistent. I'm a walking testament. If I can do it, you can do it.
Perfect. So listen, family, I have a webinar coming up the end of June. All information will be posted below. 10K in 90 days. I'm looking to work with 10 select few entrepreneurs to help them set their businesses up, get their company structure, and be on a path to make $10,000 every single month in the next 90 days. Do you think that with my mentorship, my guidance, my teachings, that I can make this happen?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, listen, family. So y'all heard it. We're here. We're rocking out. This is our 3-part series of our 10K and 90-day series with my brother, Alexander the Great, Michael Alexander. I want to gift you, man. First, I want to give you one of my books, Creating Cash and Real Estate for Millennials. And I want to grab you champagne to celebrate.
Yes,
pop that with your missus, enjoy it.
Sir.
Check the book out, send me a selfie, let me know your thoughts.
Yes, sir.
And listen, family, if you guys want to be like Michael and go on his journey, hear his story, make sure you guys are following Michael, following myself. Text mentor to 404-348-2252 if you want to fill out the application to see if you can be a candidate for our 10K and 90-day challenge that we'll be focusing on. Again, thank you, brother. Appreciate your story. Learned something new about you today. And we are officially out of here.